when you decide not to go to parties anymore, and then when people ask you, "Are you?"
The party of young talk sentencing. Anyway, let- Young Talk's attorney being held in contempt. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's take a look at the. Let's listen to what they have to say. I cannot show it because it's law and crime, and I've heard a couple of things about their channel and how they sometimes strike people. So let's listen to what the lawyer had to say, because he had a lot to say about the judge having secret talks with one of the witnesses. Okay, let's play it. Fair use.
Note that for purposes of record.
Well, I'm going forward. What I was told was that Mr. Copeland said,
And you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm not
How
going
did
to answer
you-
that question.
You're not.
No, I will not answer that
Why
question.
will you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I'm not trying to
No.
get anybody else.
I'm
into
asking you,
any-
how did you get this
I'm
information?
not telling the court. What I'm saying is based upon information.
Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems.
We can have this. I have problems right now. and
Okay,
I'd like to
I know.
present-
Look, I don't want to know about your problems. Okay, at this point in time, all I'm asking you at this point in time is, how did you come upon this information? Look, if the case gets reviewed, the record's going to be available for our appellate court and for whatever reason. But it's disturbing that how somehow you have surreptitiously gotten information in regards to the court's private ex parte conversations with a party. I mean,
He's talking here about Young Talk's lawyer basically raising the issue with the judge, saying, how come you're talking to the witness without me being there? It's coercion, it's extortion, it's whatever you want to call it. Are you putting the guy under pressure? Ex parte is the word they used. RJ, what is ex parte for the people who might not know what that is?
Ex parte is when you go to when you decide not to go to parties anymore, and then when people ask you, "Are you?"
The party of young talk sentencing. Anyway, let's continue listening to what he had to say.
A party, a witness who was sworn in Friday, the court's telling, this is what I was told. If this is not true, not true. This court
Mr. Steele,
handed
ask
Mr.
me,
Copeland.
tell me how you
perjury.
got the information.
Listen, whatever you want to do.
Tell me how you got the information, then we can go ahead and go forward.
I'm not going to say that, but I'm going
Well,
This is when you want to say the the judge is trying to get him to snitch where he got his information from. This is snitching.
Yep.
Let's continue.
say is this. I was told, and I hope this concerns the court.
it
I was
concerns
told-
me that you have proprietary information
Why is it
or
proprietary?
information that you should not be having that was ex parte
Why?
with a party,
Why?
state of Georgia.
How about the witness? How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying and he'll sit for 2 years, and then supposedly
That's
this honorable court,
okay.
or excuse me, let me rephrase that. This court supposedly said, I can hold you until the end of this trial. Ms. Hilton supposedly said, actually, all of the defendants and then all 26 people are disposed of. If that's true, what this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a constitutional right to be present for. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I don't know what I did.
Mr. Steele, I
I'm doing
still
what
want to know,
everybody should
how did you come upon this information? Who told you?
What I want to know is, why wasn't I there? Why,
Sir, I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who the, tell me who this
I
information
don't
was
want to
come
be held
from.
in contempt.
Well,
I'm not
then-
answering that question.
RJ,
Yeah, it's he's standing by it. He's not moving 1 inch. I think that what?
he's answering questions with a question.
Yes, like Jesus.
You know when people are answering question with a question, you ain't going nowhere.
You're going nowhere.
Do I?
I don't know. Do you?
I always thought so. But why is the sun burning?
Which son? Anyway,
Yeah.
hey man, it's that was before they went on recess. After they came back from recess, this is what they continued. I mean,
All right. Mr. Steele, before I recessed, I asked you, how did you get this information? And it is not covered by work product. There's only one way you could have gotten it. So I'm going to ask you again.
And I respect that. And it gives me no joy, but as you know, Georgia Rule Professional Conduct, please check me. Rule 1.6, comment 5 reads, and this is what I have. 1.6.
I know what the rule says, but here's the thing.
Well, I'm just.
In order, you need to please tell me who you got it from. I'm not asking you sum and substance of anything as of yet, okay? But I need you to tell me how you got the information. If you don't tell me how you got the information, I'm going to hold you in contempt.
I understand. I don't want to be held in contempt.
And I don't want to hold you in contempt, but this is so sacrosanct to have a conversation in my chambers parroted to you and others. It is that serious.
Yeah.
is it that serious?
Yeah. So when you are on trial or in any other court cases, you are bound to certain rules. The rules are not always fair. The rules aren't always perfect, but the rules have certain have very important has a very they have very important place in the whole process, and it's to secure a good process, a due process as much as possible. So if you do not, and maybe you don't agree with them, but those are the rules. If you step on a football field, you might not agree that the quarterbacks are being protected the way they are, but those are the rules when you step on the field. And the thing is, you might like a guy, he's a very good guy, you have no problem with the guy, but if you're the referee and the opposing party tackles the quarterback excessively, in an excessive way, gets a warning, does it again, he might be, the guy can be my boy, but if I permit that in my chambers, people will not, at least in this example, it's on the field on which I'm officiating, then I will be seen as a bad referee. And I'll get in trouble with the league for the way that I'm refereeing. And so what the judge is basically telling the attorney is, please, I know you're the attorney of truly humble under God, but I humbly ask you, please, do not put me in a position where I have to hold you in contempt. What does he say? What does the attorney say? I don't want to be held in contempt either. But if you don't do, it's like the example I just gave, the anecdote. The guy keeps tackling the quarterback and says, but I don't want to be fined. You're gonna be fined.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This went on. I'm not gonna play the full audio, but this went on for 8 minutes, 8 more minutes. At the end of that 8 more minutes, not long after, he also said that this is like communist Russia.
So you can go ahead and make your record.
Interrupt anymore about prosecutor or anyone. This is a record. This is important.
Okay, but it's your allegation and assertion, sir. Okay,
Fair
so,
use.
well, we don't know that. We don't know whether or not they're true.
What's going on? Every time Mr. Copeland comes in the courtroom or out of court, he says supported by a You see that? This court is observant. You're not just sitting there in a cloud. You see exactly what's going on. You hear the prosecutor tell you, we were in a room with Mr. Copeland and he said these things. Why?
Okay.
Why do I have to bring it up? You should be bringing it up. This is crazy. This is like communist Russia. Mr. Williams is having the worst trial. So I am moving again to stop intimidating the witness by the prosecution, leave people alone, and stop accusing. You've allowed the prosecutor Love to accuse me of misconduct.
Oh, but you've also accused her of shop, so you can.
Yeah. So this is where we're heading, and after that, not long after, he was held for he was taken into